Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. Coming up at 6 o'clock today, Dr. U. Elliott from Urgent Care 360 Plus Family Medicine will be on live. He'll be talking about fibroids and other medical issues, and he'll also be answering all your medical questions. That's 6 o'clock this evening. Don't miss it. In the news today, early yesterday morning, Monday, June 17, about minutes to 5 o'clock, two ladies, they were out doing their usual early morning walk. One of the ladies is 76 years old. They were walking past the Herbert Morrison Technical High School in Montego Bay when a raper bull, his name is Patrick Rhule, he is said to be in his late 30s and he's living in the Catherine Hall area. After walking past the school, Patrick, he was seen by the ladies standing at the entrance of a foot truck. We are told that Patrick, he told the ladies to come and walk through the truck with him. The ladies told him no, and Patrick, he held on to the 76-year-old lady's hand and started pulling her. All this time, he was holding on to his waist like him have a gun. The other lady, she ran across the road and she ran straight to the police station. We are told that Patrick, he pulled the 76-year-old lady into some bushes, took off her clothes, then took off his clothes. Listen me carefully. Patrick, him take off the lady's clothes, then take off his clothes. He tried to have intercourse with the lady, but this 76-year-old lady, she was not gonna allow this piece of nastiness to do it. The lady, she grabbed a big stone that was beside her and boop in the raper bull head. Apparently, it did not connect how it was supposed to because raper bull Patrick, he then started choking the lady and rained some serious blows to her head and her face. So remember I told you that the other lady, she had gone to get assistance from the police. By this time, the police, they were on the scene and they saw Patrick. On seeing the police, Patrick, he put on his clothes and ran away, but he did not reach far. He was held by the police and what he had in his waist was a silver and green box cutter. The 76-year-old lady, she was found by the police and she was taken to a medical facility for injuries that Patrick inflicted on her. Patrick, he was also treated at hospital for the stone wound to his head. We are told that Patrick, he will be charged for abduction, attempted rape and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. I just want to take time out to say congratulations to the three parties involved. First, to the 76-year-old lady who fought back and did not give in. Secondly, to the lady who ran and got the assistance of the police. And last but by no means least, to the police officers who responded quickly. Big up on yourself. And talking about responding quickly, early yesterday morning, Monday, June 17, about 6:30, a 16-year-old youngster, he was on his way to school. He was walking along Harbor Street in Montego Bay near to the KFC when he saw a guy named Marvin Richard Garden, but he's popularly known as Blacks. Blacks is 33 years old and he's from Linstead in the parish of St. Catherine. We are told that he used to live at Market Street in Falmouth, but he's now living at Rosemount in St. James. And we are told that blacks, he has been terrorizing persons in Montego Bay. So blacks, he was sitting on a stone along the sidewalk. As the youngster was about to pass, we are told that blacks, he opened a knapsack bag that he had and he showed the youngster a black gun inside the bag. He then said to the youngster, "Give me your phone before me shoot you." The youngster, who had an iPhone 13, he then took it out and gave it to blacks. The youngster, he then left to school. Now, whilst the youngster was at school, some calls were made and the police, they were alerted. We are told that the police, they went to the school. The police, they assisted the youngster by using iCloud to track his phone to Margaretaville. Remember now, Margaretaville is under renovation. The police and the youngster, they went to Margaretaville where blacks was seen. The youngster's iPhone 13 was found hidden under some sheets of ply. The knapsack bag that blacks had with the gun, it was not found. So, thieving blacks, he'll be charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Officers, job well done. In this next incident, on Thursday, February 15, I carried a story. It was about an incident that took place the previous night. Wednesday, February 14, about minutes to 10 o'clock. A man was riding his motorcycle along the roadway when he stopped at a supermarket along the Tollgate Main Road in the parish of Westmoreland. A silver Toyota Axia motorcar drove up from behind him and a lone hoodlum jumped out of the car with a gun in his hand. The hoodlum, he pointed his gun at the man who was sitting on his bike and demanded the keys for the bike. The man refused and the hoodlum, he opened gunfire hitting him to his left thigh. The man, he fell off the bike and the hoodlum, he then rode off with the bike behind the Axio. The man who was shot, he then used the remote to disable the bike. The hoodlum, he abandoned the bike along the roadway and jumped in the Axio and made good his escape. The man who was shot, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted. But the hoodlum who shot the man and tried to rob him, he was known and the police, they have been searching for him ever since. On Sunday, June 16, the police, they carried out a raid at a two-apartment boardhouse at Townhead in the parish of Westmoreland and the hoodlum, he was held. He was pointed out to the police and he has since been charged. His name is Jermaine Johnson, but he's popularly known as Chad. He is 20 years old and he's from Cambridge district in the Five Spen area of St. Elizabeth, but he's living at Hudson Street in Savannah Lamar. He has since been charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. This next incident, it took place last night, Monday, June 17, about 8:30. It took place in the vicinity of Coconut Palm at Mount CLM in the parish of St. James. We are learning that a 32-year-old guy from Caton Lane in Mount CLM, he was walking along the roadway when, as he was passing a group of guys standing along the same roadway, one of them said, "See the boy there from Caton Lane." We are told that he walked past the guys and he went to a restaurant where he bought some food. As he was walking past the same group of guys again, one of them pulled a gun and opened gunfire hitting him to his right elbow. The guy ran off and he was assisted to hospital where he was treated and admitted. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. The police, they were called and when they processed this crime scene, 2 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. Now, over at Lagood in the parish of and over. We are told that a hoodlum is lucky to be alive. He's popularly known as Pele. We are told that late last night, Monday, June 17, about minutes to 11 o'clock, Pele and another guy known as Trey, they were traveling on a bike along the Lagood main road when they were ambushed. Hoodlums opened gunfire at them. As a result, the bike crashed into a light pole. Pele, he received a gunshot graze to his head, and Trey, he received gunshot wounds to his right shoulder and the left side of his upper back. They were assisted to hospital where they were treated. The mayhem. Now, this next incident, it took place yesterday afternoon, Monday, June 17, about minutes to 1 o'clock. It took place at the Ocherayas High School in the parish of St. Ann. Our information is that a 14-year-old youngster, we are told that he's called Jamil, and he's living in the same Ocherayas area. He took a gun, a Glock 23 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 13.40 cartridges to school. We are told that Jamil and other students, they were in the social studies lab room, and he was in there showing off the gun to them when, bam, a round went off, hitting a 12-year-old girl to her left thigh. We are told that staff members of the school, they were alerted and they went to the room where they found the black and grey knapsack bag containing the gun, loaded with 12 rounds, and the spent shell on the floor. The young girl, she was rushed to hospital where she was treated. Jamil and the bag with the gun, the rounds and the spent shell, they were subsequently handed over to the police and he's facing criminal charges. Do you think Jamil is gonna be telling the police a gun? Boy, may I tell you. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you about a fatal traffic accident and promised to update the story. It took place Sunday night, June 16 at minutes after 11 o'clock. It took place along the Rock Main Road in the parish of Trelawny. We are learning that a man, his name is Dennis Purrier, on June 7th, earlier this month. Dennis, he celebrated his 54th birthday. He lived at Bountyall District in Trelawny. We are learning that Dennis, he was driving his white 1992 Toyota Corolla motorcar along the Rock Main Road in the parish of Trelawny. He was heading towards Duncan's direction when, on reaching a section of the roadway, Dennis, he somehow ended up losing control of the car. As a result, it ended up on the right side of the road where it collided into a black 2003 Subaru Legacy motorcar being driven by a 52-year-old Mason with other members of his family, to include his 7-year-old son in the car. We are told that as a result of this collision, Dennis, he had to be cut from the car by fire personnel and he ended up dying on the spot. The 4 persons who were in the Subaru motor car, they were injured, but thankfully, we are told that their injuries are not life-threatening. Sad indeed. In this next report, the St. Ann police, they are carrying out investigations to find out how a 46-year-old teacher met his demise. His name is Courtney Evans and he was living at Shelley Road in the Bamboo area of St. Ann. The information we are getting is that on Sunday morning, June 16, Courtney and his spouse, they went to a beach in St. Ann. They returned home late that Sunday afternoon about 6 o'clock. It is said that Courtney, he went back on the road alone and returned shortly thereafter. When he returned home, there was blood all over his clothes. He allegedly told his spouse that he fell and hit his head. He also allegedly refused to seek medical attention. It is said that Courtney, he showered and went to bed. The information is that early yesterday morning, Monday, June 17, about 5 o'clock, the female, she woke up and she realized that Courtney, he was lifeless and was not moving. As a result, the police were called. We are told that when the police inspected Courtney, he had 2 wounds to the right side of his forehead and bruises to his face. There was blood coming from his nostrils. Courtney, he appeared to have died hours before. So, an investigation is being carried out to find out how that one go, because something alright. Stand by, we are doing some digging. In this next incident, we are learning that a female British national, she has been living in Negril for a while now. We are told that she has taken her own 3 points at the Negril police station. And for those of you who are asking, 3 points means life, but due to YouTube's policy, we have to be careful. I broke the story on Facebook this morning and we are gathering all the details. I'll be updating that story in a subsequent video. Also, that couple on your screen, the man's name is Kirk Hall and his wife's name is Merlene Hall. They were shot and killed at their home at Content District in the Grange area of Westmoreland early this morning. Their home was also set ablaze. I'm gathering all the details and I'm going to be updating the story in a subsequent video. Stand by for that. But the mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one took place last night, Monday, June 17, about 10:30. It took place at an apartment at Avery Crescent in the Edgewater area of Bridgeport in the parish of St. Catherine. We are learning that a guy, his name is Jermaine Henriques, but he was popularly known as Turb. He lived at the apartment. We are told that Turb, he was heard arguing with someone in the apartment. Then there was a commotion. Next, there was silence. When other tenants went and made checks, the lifeless body of Turb was seen lying face down, wearing a black hoodie, a black short jeans pants with a black and green knapsack on his back in a pool of blood. The police, they were called, and when they inspected Turb, he had received stab wounds to his chest and other parts of his body. He appeared to have died on the spot. An investigation is being carried out to find out who it was that killed Turb. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Papa Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sin if we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet country back, give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the